Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to my 5 a.m. in-depth morning routine. I am filming everything as I go, so you guys are getting a very real view of what my mornings are like. I wake up at 5:15 and then I lie in bed until the snooze function wears off. I cuddle with Maggie, I take out my night guard, and then my alarm will tell me when it's time to get out of bed. I try not to snooze too much because I find it just makes it harder to wake up. Funny enough, Maggie is not as much of a morning person as I am. She always stays upstairs for a little while I come down and do my morning routine. So you guys saw I put on the kettle to boil water for tea. I wash my night guard, I wash my hands, I wash my face. Last night I put a bunch of hair oil into my hair, so today I'm gonna wash it out. And before I do that, I put in this product from Lush, which is like a scalp stimulator. It is the best thing in the world, and I brush it in with a scalp brush. By now, my water is boiling, so it's time to make tea. I'm making a pumpkin spice, pumpkin chai, loose leaf tea. And you guys, tea is my addiction in the morning. Sometimes I get a little bit of a complex, like, oh, I'm so great, I don't drink coffee in the morning. But I'm just as bad because I drink tea and I am so addicted to it. I just need something warm in the morning. I find it so comforting, especially when I'm waking up this early. I need to ease into the day, and for me, tea really helps do that. And I just love my little tea rituals. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's probably not the healthiest thing, especially because it's black tea and I load it with milk, but that's my routine. And if that's what gets me out of bed, then so be it. Now, while my tea steeps, I almost made it overflow. I like to make my apartment cozy for the morning. It's just these little joys, you guys, that you have to create when you're waking up so early, especially when it's so dark outside. You guys can tell from the camera just how dark it is. So I will light some candles, I turn on my salt lamp, and I love to make my couch cozy as well. I have to get out of bed straight away because I will just fall back to sleep. So I come downstairs onto my couch and I like to curl up under this duvet. I had a spare duvet and I put it on my couch, and it was the most premium thing in the world. Now that my tea is ready, we are all set. I like to carry it over to the couch. You guys have seen me do this 100 million times. And now I'm showing you what I like to call my morning lineup, which is the book that I'm currently reading, my journals, and then my 2 beverages, which are always a tea and then a water. I'm currently reading Rebel Angels by Libba Bray. This is my 5-minute journal that I'm trying to do every single day. And then of course my free flow journal, which is really nice for just a brain dump every day. I take them all, I get cozy underneath the duvet, and at least I'm sitting up, so I know that I'm not gonna fall back asleep, but it's just such a nice cozy morning ritual. It really helps beat the winter blues, you guys, that are starting to creep in because it's so dark outside. And finally, Maggie comes downstairs and joins me, and I get to read. This is one of my highlights. Some days I start with journaling, others I start with reading. Today was a reading kind of day. I continued my little scalp massage while I was reading because it's so relaxing and so good for you. I also have to make sure that I drink water in the morning because I could just run all day long off of tea. But you guys can see it's about 6:20 now, so I spent a good amount of time on the couch. Now is time to do my least favorite thing in the mornings, which is take Maggie out. She's a good girl and she doesn't need to go out straight away, which is so lucky for me, so I can have a chance to wake up before I face the cold. But yeah, gotta take her out to do her business. This is the downside of living in an apartment, is I don't have a back door that I can just let her out. We came back inside, and normally I would just head back into my little cocoon on the couch, but for whatever reason today I really felt like doing some yoga. I think it's because I've been quite stressed, and I wanted to do a little yoga stretch to help release some of the physical aspects of my stress, which honestly felt really good, and I need to do this more often.
No, not on the mat. You know you're not allowed. You know you're not allowed. Get off. Get off. No, you know you're not allowed. That's good. Good girl. You're allowed on the couch. Yes, you are. Good girl.
Every time I do yoga at home, it's different. Sometimes I listen to music, sometimes I follow a video. Today I watched a vlog, and you guys can see I'm like punching my butt to help get some of the stress out, because this is an area where you actually hold a lot of stress. After my little stretching, I took the shower with exfoliation, and I massaged my scalp again, washed my hair, and used this new conditioner bar from Pitch that is really, really amazing. So blown away by how much I like it. I washed my face, the whole shebang, and now it is time to officially start the morning. Now that I'm showered and energized, the sun is starting to come up, and I symbolize the start of the day by opening my curtains. I'm like, okay girl, wake up. Relaxing time is over. It's time to start the day. But I don't know if you guys can spot Maggie. Relaxing time is not over for her. She is so luxurious, still on the couch, and I'm a little jealous, not gonna lie.
Okay, we are fresh out the shower. It's 7:21, so we're right on schedule. This towel's really heavy, so I'm gonna take it off. Alrighty, first things first, let's do our skincare. I don't know why I keep saying our, because we're not actually doing it together unless you're doing your morning routine along with me, which would be really cool. You guys hear my voice cracking because this is the first time I actually speak this morning. So I've got all my skincare lined up next to me, and we're gonna go through it quickly. I do have a full video on my skincare routine where really not much has changed. I'll link it down below, but there's a few changes, so we'll go over it. Step one is this toner from Lush. It's like a rose water toner that sprays on, and I love it. I try and bring it down onto my neck as well. I just find lately, really all the time, my skin is so dry. Next up, I'm gonna use this priming moisturizer from Glossier. I've been using this for years and I really like it. I find it's quite light, but since I'm gonna be putting some other stuff on top, I think it'll work out just fine. I literally can't go a video without mentioning this, but because of my eczema on my eye, which is getting so much better, so much better, and I haven't been using the cream, I'm just keeping my skincare extremely basic and as natural as possible. No crazy ingredients. I was using this set with squalane in it, and I think it was burning my skin, especially my eye would sting after I put it on. So I'm just going so basic now. Maybe this isn't so basic, but this is a vitamin C serum from The Ordinary. I'm gonna let that dry a bit. I use Native deodorant. And while this soaks in, I'm gonna go brush my teeth. Okay, that's all good and dry now. Teethies are clean. This next step, I'm going to do a little bit of a self-tan on my face. I wanted to chat about something just quickly. Is it ever quick with me? While we do this, let me explain what I'm doing first. This is the tanning water for the face from this brand called Salty Face. They are based in Vancouver. I am obsessed with this brand. For the moment, I've only tried the face tanner, and they also have a freckle paint, but they also have a full body tanner that I am dying to try once I run out of my current one. Their products are on the more natural side, which I really like. And as for the face tanner, it doesn't transfer, it doesn't turn you orange. It just gives you a really beautiful, healthy glow that lasts a couple of days. And it's so easy to apply. You literally spray it on your face. If it gets on my robe, it doesn't stain, so I'm not worried. And then I take the blending brush and just kind of buff it into my face and neck, of course. So the thing I wanted to chat about was self-confidence, and I promise you guys, I am not fishing by talking about this. I'm not looking for compliments. This is 100% something that comes from within, but I've just been struggling with my self-confidence lately in terms of outer beauty, we could call it, like without being fancy, we could say my face. Like I just haven't been looking at my face lately and being like, oh, you look pretty today, Zoe. And I think a big part of that is my eczema. I think the other part of it is, like I talked about in my monthly reset, I've been very, very tired lately and like running myself too thin with like waking up so early and not going to bed early enough. Side note, I did go to bed very early last night. Ever since the times changed, it's been helping, but there have been days when I just looked so tired, and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, ooh, like I don't really like how I look, and it's a really shitty feeling. I've worked a lot on my self-confidence in terms of looks since literally high school. I was the most insecure person you ever met. I would put tons of makeup on my face and still feel ugly. Like I had the worst self-confidence ever. And over the years, I've just learned to love how I look and to develop myself. And I've learned that everyone, like every person on this planet, is beautiful. And like, especially with girls, there's no use comparing ourselves. Like we're all beautiful in our own way. But lately I've just been struggling, and yes, with comparison a little bit, but mostly just like when I look at myself in the mirror. Now, it's normal to go through these bouts. I think we all go through them, which makes me sad to think about. But normally when I go through a bout like this, I'm like, okay, I will put on a little bit of makeup. I'll do like my little eyeliner look. I'll wear some highlighter, concealer, mascara, you know, just like a little bit of makeup, which I find helps give me a boost. And then I get over that low confidence hump and I'm back to like just being natural on days when I feel like being natural, and makeup on days when I wear makeup. But because of my eczema, I am steering away from all makeup right now because I just don't want to irritate it. I think I was having an issue with like one of my eyeshadows. It could be that some of my makeup has like a bacteria in it or something. So I'm really just steering clear of all makeup from now. Which leads you to this vicious circle of like, I don't like how I look because I look tired, but I can't wear makeup to cover up the fact that I look tired. Anyways, just speaking about it out loud, I guess, is helpful because I realize how silly it is and like how temporary, but yeah, it's just something I've been dealing with. I wanted to share that, I guess. And all that to say that this really helps because it gives you a bit of a glow. And I find with the glow, it just gives me more self-confidence in my face without feeling like I need to put on makeup. Like in the winter time, I will put this on so often. Last winter, I used it all the time and I just wouldn't put on makeup, and it would really, really help my self-confidence. So that's why I'm sharing that. It's not to like sell you on this product or anything. It's literally just my little story, my little tip, I guess, if you will. Anyways, that's that. Later on, I'm gonna put some sunscreen on. I just wanna let this develop. This is the Clarins UV 50. As usual, gonna brush up my eyebrows because that is an essential. The Laneige. Time check is 7:36, so I have about 20 minutes before I wanna start work. And you know what, it's the perfect time, because what better activity to do when you start feeling like shit and you're getting hard on yourself than to journal, which is my last step of the morning routine. I saved it for after my shower because I knew I would want to sit in my robe and be cozy for a minute. So I'm gonna go back to the couch. Oh my God. Look at Maggie. She was like fully passed out. I'm sorry for disturbing you. Can I come sit with you? Can I come sit with you? Oh my gosh, yes. But yes, I want to do my last steps of my morning routine, which is the 5-minute journal and then my free flow journal. So my journaling is all done. I just got dressed. I'm wearing t-shirt and jeans from Garage, and this little bolero sweater is from Princess Polly. I'm gonna go refill my water and it's time to get to work. Okay, we are right on time. It's almost 8 o'clock. I actually can't believe I managed to pull off that whole routine plus filming it, which adds a little bit of time before 8. So I'm really proud of myself. I like to start work at 8 a.m. on work from home days as much as possible, just because I feel like it helps me get a good handle on the day. I usually take like a long lunch, so I'll take breaks throughout the day, and then like a longer break at lunch where I'll take Maggie out, maybe run an errand, like really get out of the house. That just helps me break up my day, especially since I work on contracts. I feel like I need breaks to kind of flip my brain from one mode to the other. But yeah, starting at 8 a.m., one, makes me feel like I'm just getting my day going earlier, which makes me feel really good. It helps a lot with my anxiety because it's less time in the morning to spend running my mind about what do I have to do, which leads to like space to feel overwhelmed. It's like just get started as early as possible. Plus, it gives me enough time to do a nice morning routine, which also really helps my mental health as well. I guess the last thing I want to say about starting work early is if you are not a morning person, which you've probably put together that I am a morning person by now, then that could look completely different. I'm not saying like starting at 8 a.m. is the golden rule, but for me, it just seems to be what works. As always, my first step of the day is to do my agenda. This is the Mind Your Business planner. I love it so much. So I write in it every single day. I write out my 3 priorities for the day. Sometimes I only do 2 if the priorities are really long. And then I'll write out like a brain dump of the rest of the stuff that I need to do during the day. And again, love doing this first, starts the day out on the right foot. Like no matter what, I do this first. And really quick, in case anyone is new, I work on a few different jobs. So my days are very different from one day to the next. I work on 2 contracts. So I'm a freelancer for 2 different contracts at 2 different companies. And my hours for those vary greatly. Like I'll have some weeks that are super busy, some weeks that are less busy. My admin contract is a little bit more steady than the copywriting one. The copywriting one, I really wait for them to send me work, or sometimes I'm asking for it, but they need to tell me what to do. The bookkeeping one, there's a little bit more like stuff to do every single day, but I'm not on a fixed schedule or anything like that, which means I have to be strict with myself and make my own fixed schedule, because at the beginning, when I first started working as a freelancer, I would sleep in, I would wait till noon to start work. Like I would go for these really long walks in the morning, and it felt really good. But then after a while, it just kind of gets old, and I missed that like feeling of structure to my day. So I learned that I really have to give it to myself. Then I also do YouTube, of course. YouTube, I would say, is my main source of income. It's also like my biggest passion, my favorite of the jobs, if you will, even though it's literally a dream job and most days does not feel like a job, but it is very time consuming. So I work on that every single day. And the last thing that I do is about a little over a month ago, I got a part-time job working as a receptionist in a spin studio. So that's why I called this my work from home day, because some mornings I wake up at the exact same time and I go work in studio, like in person at the spin studio, and then I come home and I start my day after that. So I just wrote in my agenda. I thought I would share with you my little checklist for the day. My number 1 priority is that I have a video that needs to get uploaded. So I have to put all of the final touches on it, then make the thumbnail, enter all of the information in the description box. And that should take me between an hour and an hour and a half. All of the like main editing is done. I just need to watch it back once more through and put all of the final touches, and then like I said, thumbnail, etc. My second priority for the day is that I want to spend 3 hours working on my admin contract. I've been kind of neglecting it. Like last week was a really busy week with YouTube, so that contract kind of had to take a back seat, and I just want to give it a little bit more time and attention and like really start off on the right foot for it this week. So I'm only giving myself 2 priorities for now. A third one might come up throughout the rest of the day, but for now, I feel like these are 2 really big tasks that I will be so happy if I get them accomplished. And the rest of my little tasks throughout the day, usually what happens is I write like a small-ish list in the morning and then more get added throughout the day. Also, yesterday was Monday, so I had a really long list, and then a bunch of stuff, of course, didn't get finished, which all got moved over to today. One thing I need to do is submit these doctor papers for insurance reimbursement, which is like really annoying, but I've got to do it. I need to post inside of my Patreon just to interact with you guys, and also set up the date for the first book club meeting. Some receipts that I need to input, and there's 2 little errands that I want to run. I have a box of summer clothes that I want to take to donation, and then I also sold a couple things on Poshmark that are all boxed up. I just need to send them out by going to the post office. And the last thing is I have 2 back-to-back calls, one at 10 and one at 11 a.m. So that should keep me very, very busy today. And the best way to avoid overwhelm, which I feel all the time, like I get so easily overwhelmed, is just to get started. So I'm gonna get started, starting with my most important priority, which is the video. I don't always start with my most important priority. I just want to say this quickly. Some days when I really feel overwhelmed or if I'm stressed, anxious, whatever, I'll start with a small task so that it's like to start the momentum of taking things off. And then other days, if I'm like, no, gotta get that video going, I'll start with the video. So it depends day to day. Today we're going with a bigger task to just get it out of the way. This sweater is cute, but it's like a little bit annoying the way it like slides off. Upstairs and made the bed. I never make the bed first thing in the morning because I once heard that it's not actually a good thing to make your bed right when you get out of it. I don't know if this is based in science, but I use this as my excuse to come up and do it later. Plus, you guys, now that I have this mouth guard, I have to like wash it downstairs and then bring it up later, so it works out. I wanted to talk quickly about this mouth guard because it's so annoying and it's so not sexy and not cute, but unfortunately, I finally caved and got one. I've spoken about this in a couple of videos before, but basically I am like such a stressed out person that when I sleep, I clench my jaw, which has resulted in me having TMJ, which is like overactive jaw. My jaw will click. And in the night, I like sometimes grind my teeth or I clench my jaw so much that like my teeth are grinding together. So I didn't want to get a night guard because basically it's like putting a band-aid on the problem. It's not actually like making me less stressed and making me not clench my jaw. But it's been almost a year of this jaw stuff and it hasn't gotten any better. So in order to protect my teeth, I had to get this and I feel like a freak every time I wear it. Like I hate wearing it, but at the same time, it really is helping. I already feel like my jaw's even getting better because of the night guard. I can't bite down as hard during the night, so it's doing its job. Anyways, I wanted to share this with you because sometimes we have to do unsexy things for our own health. And so I bit the bullet. I bit the night guard and I got one. My first call of the day is in 20 minutes. Video is all set. I'm really, really happy about that. I feel like this day is just off to such a good start and I'm so happy that you guys are along with me. Now, I'm really excited as well because we have the most perfect sponsor for a morning routine. This video is sponsored by Brooklinen. And it's a special sponsorship because this is for their Black Friday 20% off everything sale. So you guys know, I use and love my Brooklinen sheets. They are the best sheets I have ever had. I am not someone who likes to cheap out on sheets. There are plenty of other areas in my life where I will refuse to spend money and cheap out on, but sheets and anything for the bed is not one of them. I'm so proud of how I've made my bed and my whole bedroom really like this little cozy sanctuary. You guys know my bedroom is up in the loft. It's a bit shorter up here and I just call it my cozy cave. I have an extra sized, oversized duvet. I have a queen size duvet on a double mattress. And then of course I have my Brooklinen sheets on top of it. So everything on my bed is Brooklinen, everything sheets. So I have the fitted sheet, the flat sheet, the duvet cover, and the pillowcases as well. I currently have the all white Luxe Hardcore bundle on my bed. So this one is the notch above the classics. They are a little bit more expensive, but they are so incredibly soft. Every time I curl up in my bed when I have these sheets on, which is like 90% of the time, I just feel like I am in a cocoon. I love how the sheets feel so soft up against my face and on the pillow as well. It is just the coziest experience. I wanted to show you guys a close-up of my bed.
You guys can see it is not the most extravagant setup, but at least my sheets are super premium because that is what matters. Here you guys can see how my duvet hangs over the bed, which just really helps keep things nice and warm and cozy, which is so important living in Montreal. Like I mentioned, I currently have the Luxe Hardcore sheet set on my bed, and Brooklinen was so kind to send me another set. I ordered the exact same set because I love it so much. I just love the all white and I love the look and feel of the Luxe sateen sheets. They are more tightly woven than a classic sheet, which makes them warmer, which once again is so important for Montreal.
So when you order a bundle from Brooklinen, it comes with the duvet cover, the pillowcases, and what they call the core sheet set. So it comes with a flat sheet, a fitted sheet, and 2 pillowcases as well. Now I love the all white hotel luxury feel, but if you want to mix and match and play around with colors or patterns, you can do so even within the bundles. You can click around and choose what you like. Plus, you can play around with sizes. Like I mentioned, I have a queen duvet on a double mattress. So the sheet set is for double, but the duvet cover is for queen. When you buy in a kit, you save 25%, plus with the Black Friday going on, an extra 20%. This is the best way to order Brooklinen sheets. Try them out for yourself and have literally the best night's sleep of your life. I'm so grateful to have a second set because as you guys can see, my dog sleeps in bed with me. So the bed gets dirtier quicker, it gets covered in hair. Sometimes her paws aren't, you know, fully clean. So I like to do laundry and rotate my sheets as much as possible just to stay hygienic, but also enjoy the coziness of having a Maggie in the bed with me. So I'm so glad to have a second set. I'm gonna put these in the wash straight away today so that they are ready to use. So Maggie and I love our Brooklinen sheets. I swear you will have the best sleep of your life when you check them out. The online shopping experience is super easy, and if you're a Canadian like me, they ship from the Canadian warehouse, so nothing to worry about in terms of long delays, duties, anything like that. Now is the perfect time to give them a try with the Black Friday sale. Once again, you guys, you can click the link in the description to gain access to that sale, 20% off your entire purchase. And let me know if you check it out. Maybe we'll have matching bedding. What do you think about that? I know you love these sheets because you're a luxurious girl. Thank you so much to Brooklinen for sponsoring this video. Again, I can't imagine a better sponsor for a morning routine video. So I'm gonna put those new sheets in the wash and then head down and take my call now. You're so cute. Actually, I have back-to-back calls, so that means that after both of those calls, I'm gonna make lunch and then take Maggie for her walk, and that'll be a wrap on our morning. But we're not quite there yet, are we? Not quite. Not quite.
Hi Zoe, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? You guys can see the tan is like really developing. I just got off the phone with Jill, my personal trainer. That was my first call. My second call is with Deborah, my manager, but we're pushing it back by an hour and a half, which is perfect because I'm really hungry and I just kind of want to get like eating and walking Maggie out of the way before noon and like before I like sit down and do the rest of my day at my desk. So it's 11 a.m. I'm going to clean up the kitchen and make breakfast a little bit. Breakfast / lunch is my favorite thing to do. Like I'll have breakfast food for lunch or like earlier, anywhere between like 11 and sometimes 2 p.m. depends on the day. But today I'm really hungry because I was up so early. I got this bread from this really expensive bakery. You guys are gonna die when I tell you how much I paid for it. I paid $10. It was a big loaf and it's like sourdough artisanal. I will never do that again. Never. I walked out of there, JS was waiting for me outside and I was like, this better be the best bread I've ever tasted in my life. And like, yes, it's very good, but you can get the same thing pretty much for like half price. So anyways, I'm enjoying it while it lasts, but this will not happen again. And I've wrapped it in plastic to keep it like extra fresh so it doesn't go to waste. And I'm gonna cook some eggs in coconut oil. That's like my favorite. It's so big, it's like impossible to slice. My eggs are just cooking right now, and I came into the living room and just look at how gorgeous this like midday kind of light is. It's 11:15 right now. And everything is just glowing. I was having this debate with myself today because I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, like I'm on YouTube, it's November, and I have not an ounce of a holiday decoration in my place right now. Like I literally still have my pumpkin, which is like not social media approved, but I mean, it's still fall, right? The only thing I have that's like holiday-ish is I got 2 candles, but I'm still waiting to finish up my current fall ones because I don't want them to go to waste and I don't want to store them like half empty, even more than half empty for a full year. So I will get on the Christmas decorating. I love the holidays. I love Christmas decorating, but I also love fall and I don't want to wish fall away too soon either. So I don't know. I feel like maybe after like American Thanksgiving, I'll start putting up my tree. Like I literally still have summer clothes behind me that I need to take to my basement. So when I finally take those down, I'll grab my tree from my storage unit and then maybe set that up. I was thinking maybe I could set it up tonight, but I want to wait for JS and Camilla to be with me because I don't know if JS is going to do a tree. I don't know if Camilla's going to do a tree. Last year, I think we were together, the 3 of us, and we like set up my tree kind of like all together. So I kind of want to do that again. But anyways, these are just my November thoughts. I feel like my eggs are probably ready by now. But yeah, had to show you guys this gorgeous lighting because it's important to just be grateful for the little things. Oh, those are some crispy eggs. Honestly though, that's exactly how I like it. Look, you guys, I'm watching a Michelle Reed vlog and she's literally saying taking down her fall decor. Like, am I late? You can see my holiday candles behind me. Am I late to the party or am I reasonable? Comment down below, when do you, if you do, decorate for fall and then for like the winter time? When do you start decorating? When do you take down your decor? Like, I think part of the thing too is like in Montreal, fall is so sacred because it's the last bit of weather that's like nice before we enter the months and months and months of wintertime. So like I'm not trying to rush it away, and I like to keep my holiday decor into January. So I don't know, maybe I'm just weird like that. Anyways, I'm gonna eat. I'm so excited, and then I'm gonna take Maggie for her walk and we'll get back into it. I kind of can't believe that it's only 11:20 right now. Like this morning is going so well. That is the power of waking up early. And yeah, I just really like this morning routine. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. You ready to go walk?
You're gone now. Will you call me back? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind. It's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the
So I took Maggie for a nice long walk for about an hour, gave her some time to play and just expel all of her Aussie energy. It was such a nice day, like truly one of the last really nice days of fall. Still a couple of leaves left on the trees, beautiful blue sky. It was amazing. Then I got home and I made myself a coffee. I really like to use drinks like coffee, tea, to kind of symbolize changing shifts, if you will, within my brain. So I made an iced coffee because it's not really going to be iced coffee season for much longer. And then I sat down at my desk and got to work. And that's a wrap on my morning routine. Thank you so much for spending the morning with me. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
you're far